The storm raged outside the old mansion as Sarah Bennett, a young historian, arrived at the doorstep of the Ravenswood Estate, a place that had been abandoned for decades. The locals spoke of it in hushed tones, whispering of curses and shadows, of eyes that watched you in the dark. Sarah had come to document the estate for her research on forgotten architecture, but as she crossed the creaking wooden threshold, she felt something, a heavy, suffocating presence, settle around her. Inside, the walls were lined with portraits. Every painting depicted different members of the Ravenswood family, but one thing stood out: their eyes. They weren't just painted eyes, they felt alive. They followed her, unblinking, unnerving. As Sarah explored, she discovered an old journal tucked beneath a broken desk. The pages were yellowed and brittle, the ink faded but legible. The eyes see everything. The eyes never close, they watch, they punish. A sudden thud upstairs made her heart leap. She climbed the narrow staircase, her flashlight trembling in her grip. The hallway stretched long and crooked, with more portraits staring at her, men, women, even children, all with the same piercing gaze. At the very end of the hall stood a massive portrait of Eleanor Ravenswood, the last known heir. Her eyes were the most haunting of all, deep crimson, almost glowing in the dim light. That night, Sarah decided to stay in the mansion, thinking she'd finish her research by morning. But as darkness consumed the house, the portraits began to whisper. At first, faint murmurs, then louder, clearer. "We see you. You don't belong here." She bolted upright from her sleeping bag, her breath coming fast. The eyes in the paintings were glowing faintly now, watching, judging. Suddenly, one of the portraits, a child, smiled. Terrified, Sarah stumbled into the library, searching for answers. She found another journal, this one belonging to Eleanor herself. The entries told a story of madness and obsession. Eleanor believed that by trapping the souls of her family in their portraits, they would live forever. She performed rituals, dark, forbidden ones, to bind their spirits to the paintings. But something had gone wrong. The spirits weren't just trapped, they were angry. The whispers turned into screams. The paintings began to shift and move. Eyes bled crimson tears. Sarah tried to flee, but the front door slammed shut with a force that shook the house. The voices screamed in unison, "Join us!" The portraits began to crawl off the walls, hands reaching, faces twisting, eyes wide and hungry. Sarah ran up the stairs, desperate, her flashlight flickering. In the attic, she found Eleanor's ritual, all candles burned to stubs, strange symbols drawn in blood, and in the center, a mirror. But the reflection in the mirror wasn't Sarah, it was Eleanor. Eleanor's lips moved, though her reflection's voice filled the attic. "Your eyes will see for us now." Sarah screamed as a burning pain seared her vision. She clawed at her face, but it was too late. Her reflection's eyes turned crimson red. When the storm cleared the next morning, the mansion looked as lifeless as ever. But in Eleanor's portrait, a new figure had appeared, Sarah, and her painted eyes, glowing faintly, watched the next visitor approach.